Hello everyone. Good day and welcome to this stream on fundamentals or foundations of spatial data analysis for ESI 138 computer applications in AV engineering. Due to again the current issues, I'm more inclined to discuss this over a stream or a video so that you have a reference that you can use when you're doing your exercises. Just don't post this because I'm playing music in the background and you don't want it to be muted. So first up, I'll be posting the exercise guide in BSUE. So by when we follow our guide, we can first start with downloading QGIS. So on Google, type QGIS and open the website. It's usually the first. QGIS. As you open QGIS, there is QGIS version 4. As of the moment, I do not recommend this one. Most of the time, when the first number changes, there are very, very big changes. And I recommend downloading version 3 first on its latest release. So from here, click your download. So you'll see this donation. We're not rich, guys. So 10 euros is 680 pesos. Okay. Skip muna. Let's skip first. And then go here on your long-term release 3.44. Or if you already have QJS, you can skip this part. But for those who don't have QJS, download LTR 3.44. It opens a tab and prompts you to a download. Download and it will begin downloading. Give this time for newly users. It's probably a gig or so, 1.4 gig or something. Because in my case, I pressed download, but since I already have QGIS, I'm gonna prompt this one to stop the download. So most of the time, QGIS will post updates. So in this case, it's now version 4. So expect changes to QGIS when you next use it, maybe in the future semesters, future encounters with QGIS. It will now be version 4. So let's say I will cue some music first. Okay, so say you've finished downloading QGIS. Tapos na. Na-download na rin mo sa QGIS. Open your QGIS. It's okay if you just install it in your default repositories. It's alright. It's fine. So when you open QGIS, you'll be encountered with this tab. Ignore some of the stuff that I have here because these are already my personal additional plugins and you can skip them. So most of our applications will be most of our applications will be played on here, QGIS. So this is your toolbars. In here, you'll find project, your layout managers, your layers, settings, vectors and rasters, your databases, your webs, and your processing. So, in terms of exploration, I leave some of this to you guys. So, new map view is really just this one. Show layout manager, print layout, styles managers. These are all fairly, I don't use these. I'm more interested in these ones, quick map services, and then coordinate capture. These are my commonly used ones. So when we save folders in QGIS, so it's really just project and then save as. As much as possible, I try to save the project in a separate folder. That's only for, let's say, eSite 1 day. So in this case, I have it saved on laboratory and 3.1 foundations of spatial data. And in here, I already have it saved as 3.1 QGZ. So it's the QGIS project format. Should do that for your case. So for now, the goal of your exercise is to make a multi-level administrative map of Leyte. So when we say administrative map, na ang mga, so region 1 is your regions. Oh, level 1 is your regions. Level 2 is provinces, no? As they go here. Level 3 is boundaries of municipalities. 4 is barangays. So the goal is to make a multi-level map of Leyte. You may use different data sets, admin shape files. So for this guide, I'm sending you the guide for using quick map services on making administrative level maps on different levels. So in this case, we'll make one of loaded. So I already have loaded here administrative level 2, but when you download your admin maps, they're usually provided for the whole country. So how do we add vectors on our project database? All right, I forgot to do that. So when you start a new project, or when you start QGIS, so it's loading, there's a splash screen, and you're faced with this. You have recent projects, so if you have recent projects, you can use that one. But most of the time, we'll go here, new empty project, and then just double click. You will be fixed with this one. So going back in this table, I want to add this vector, this administrative vector. But when you download your vector, it's again, as I've said, Philippines. So you go to vector, sorry, you go to layer, and then add layer, add vector layer. So again, we've discussed vectors in class. So we know that shape files are vectors. you'll be faced with this pop-up window. In here in your source, there's a ellipsis button here or browse button. Click that one and browse your dataset. So in my case, I put my folder in JAXA DEM and it's here in admin. When you download your admins, there's always going to be several forms of data for the same name. So CPG, DBF. Don't delete those. Each of those have a purpose, but what we want to install or what we want to upload is the file that has .shp. So shape file, shape source. In my case, it looks like AutoCAD because I have Autodesk installed. In your case, probably looks different, but it should always be .shp. So in this case, this is admin 0. So this is just the country. We don't need this one. Admin 1 is regions, regional. We want to focus on level 2. Where's level 2? So Philippine admin NDA administrative 2 SH. So it's from PSA and Damria. If you want to download this, I can upload the zip file for this one, but it's fairly downloadable from open source. So I want to upload my shapefile for Philippines level 2. Then you click Add. Close the pop-up window and you'll find your vector on the left side on the layers window, layers toolbar. So in this case, since I already had focus on latent, automatic ako dire. So if you want to focus on the entire thing, click the layer, right click. So left click muna para maging blue. Then right click or just automatically right click the layer. Zoom to layer. Depending on your speed, it might take a while. But for this case, I now have a administrative map of the Philippines in provinces. So we want to focus on Leyte and Samar. So I want to isolate this to this. I want to choose Leyte only. Leyte and Southern Leyte specifically. You can do that by using this one. Select features by area using click. And you'll know that it has selected features because it will turn yellow. So in this case, if I say Leyte and Southern Leyte only, it's this one and this one. But sir, I can only choose one. Press Control and then click to create multiple selections. So now that it's yellow, go back again here, right click, export, save selected features. Bali, iya lang i-save ang imong giselect. Instead of writing the file name here, click Browse, find your folder, and use whatever name you want to use. So in this case, in the demo today, I've labeled them Administrative Level 2, SHP. That means I now have this. Okay. To check, you can go back to your folder here. You can go back to your folder, find your data set. So in my case, it's here, admin map. You'll notice that you only save one, but you'll get for admin level 2, CPG, DBF, project, QMD, SHP, SHX, and everything. Don't delete them. All of these files work hand in hand, so they must be single folder and they must always have the same name. So, pag mag-send mo og shapefile sa imong kauban o sa inyong groupmates, i-appel ning lain-lain na ay extension because if you only send the shapefile, it's not gonna work. When you send it to a folder, you most of the time you compress, send it through email. Ganun lang. So now I have my level 2. So using the same process in isolating layers, I also have level 3 and down to level 4. So, mo na ni ang barangay. So, when I said multi-level map, we are to make a map that will comprise the region, the island, the provinces, the municipalities, and barangay. So, now that we have our vector, I know that it's now my admin map. I want to add more to my map. I mean, what we want in a map is for it to be visually appealing. But what we want it to be aesthetically pleasing. We want it to be presentable. On our laboratory guide, it says there after point C is connecting to global and local basics. So add rasters and add vectors. So this is now the vectors. In the future, you can use any vector that you want as long as you get the shapefile. And I think we'll also have to make vectors as well for our, you know, for our, what do you call this? We'll also have to do the vector for this one. So, may ganun. We have to do that. Wait. So for now, let's add quick map services. So in my case, since I already have it, it's okay. But for those that don't have it, go to plugins here, plugins, manage and install plugins. There's a pop-up window. Do not abort. Let it load. Let it load. So in my case, I already have several systems here or plugins installed. In your case, it's probably not. So go to all and type Quick Map Services. Quick Map. No space. Quick Map. Show up Quick Map Services. Quickly find base maps, geodata services using Quick Maps. Install should be install plugin. In my case, it's reinstall, or in some cases, it will be update. If it's update, click update. If it's install, click install. As you arrive here, you probably won't see it yet, but maybe this layer here or this button here will show up on your ribbons on top. So focus on this one. Search Next GIS QMS fan. So in my case, it's already here on Search Next QMIS, uh, Next GIS QMS. So I already have like a few of the data sets or base maps that I want. But if this is not in your, if kani wala sa inyo ang screen, right click here on the open space, right click, just click this one. Search next QGIS QMS pa. And this should come up. So first time, since you haven't uh, explored it yet, wala pa mo makita mo sa, wala siya magawas. It doesn't know what you want. One of the common repositories that I visit is ESRI or ESRI. Echo, Sierra, I forgot R. R and India. R. Remind me next time for R. So you'll find different ones. S3 National Geographic, Ocean, Physical, Reference Overlay, Satellite, World Imagery. So let's say I put my satellite. I load satellite. Only siya load. If you have, if wala mo mag-add o kaning admin, morning mo gawas ang the whole world in this projection. Mo ang mo gawas sa projection ani. Because we've selected for 326 projection. If we say we select a new project projection, say PRS 92, which is our kung asa napil ang latex sa PRS system. Mo ang focus. Okay? Its only focus is us being the center with barely any distortions. So let's say I want to zoom to my Visayas layer, still there. So you'll notice na may discrepancy, di ba? So probably this island wasn't there when the data was taken. So maybe it's an anomaly or something. Sometimes, I really do not recommend zooming in and out with topography visions because they do take a lot of data. So if naka-data mo, ubos ang data. So most of the time, I only use this when I want to see it once and then just hide and focus on my individual maps. Like this one, Aglar, problem. So this is common when you're zooming in with S3. When you zoom out, it's very green. Then when you zoom in, mas ano na siya because it has to do with how they process their images. It's normal. But in my app, I usually use S3 World Imagery. I find it to be much better, my opinion. What is that? Okay, so I know you want to try the different GIS, QMS rasters. Feel free, feel free to explore. But we'll continue with our exercise. So again, we want to make multi-level map of Leyte. So I'm gonna hide my imagery first and focus here on my admin 2 map. So this is the island of Leyte, Leyte, Southern Leyte. You'll see here there's a distinct divide, and you already know where if you want to focus on further, natin. Now you're sort of confused. Why are they in this singular color? By default, magsiset si QJS individual color. So, what's next? Searching for data from QMS and GeoPortal Philippines. So in GeoPortal Philippines, you can open this one. In here, you can find different layers that you can download as long as they're available for download. So say in this case, soil. So this is a soil map of the Philippines. Sir, but may putol. I know. It hasn't been updated in so long. Give it time. And look at that. There's so many data levels there. But you can download this one. Just follow the instructions in GeoPortal page. So let's go back here. One of the things that you can do is to check your vector. As I've said in the lecture, I've mentioned vector is a data set that can contain several data. Right click your vector, then here it says open attribute table. And then you'll see the different datas embedded in the vector. So again, you have your English administrative name, you have your code, kung sa siya nga region, sa admin level 1, and your admin level 0. Our level 0 admins, the Philippines, the country. And it's valid on 11/6/2023. Well, or di man siguro mabalhin ang later. So, it should be okay. And then, as you go here, you have area in square kilometers. So, automatic na ano siya area for this dataset. You can add and make your own. Later, we'll discuss on how to do that. But for this one, you already have your area in square kilometers. You can do the same for admin level 3, open attribute table, and you'll see the different barangay names, municipality names. So, City of Baybay, Bato, Barunggo, Bambatnon, Haro, Javier, everything. And up to your area. Same goes for admin level 4. And here, napakadami. So imagine, the island of Leyte alone has 2,116 barangays. That's 2,116 barangay captains. I know mas pera ng Philippines. Anyway, ignore that one. Imagine mo barangay na 0.5 square kilometers. What was that? How small is that? So if you see here, very small, especially here in the, and you'll notice that our barangays really are defined by whether you are in the plain area or in the mountain area. If you overlay this one with your world imaging, this is the mountains, the mountain range, and this is your plains area. And then you overlay the admin level map. It's almost daghang barangay ang patag kaysa dun sa bukid-bukid. So it's also how when you're studying like how cities are made, how cities are, you'll encounter this one. Anyway, we've been sidetracked. I'm I'm sidetracking myself. So again, next one is how to use your project layout manager. So I wanted to do this first so that as you as you submit the future lab exercises, uh, all of the outputs that we make or that outputs that you make is to be done with your project layout manager. Okay, so when we make our project layout manager, it's how we lay out our maps on, let's say, a piece of paper. It's like Canva, but less intuitive. More like, I want to say it's more like Publisher. So there's that one. So what do I do? Just leave your data sets here. Leave your data sets. Hayaan nyo lang siya. I like to remove the world imagery ones because they do take up a lot of internet, RAM, resources. I only like to leave one here. So focus on later first because that's our core. Project layout manager. You'll be prompted with this window. Wala pa may layout, obviously. So here you create one. 3.1. You will be prompted with a new window. So this is now your project layout window. Same pa rin na approach. You have your toolbars, but it's now a different view. You have your items here, daily items sa kanang games, but items we put on our map. So let's say this is our paper. When you scroll, it's quite fast. To do very minute scrolling, press Control and scroll. So you'll scroll in increments. So we'll start first with the paper. Page properties. I want it to be A4 always. And remember the heights and widths of A4. It's 210 by 297. Kamu bahala kung portrait, kamu bahala kung landscape. I don't. Kayo bahala. It's up to you guys. It's the point of the layout manager. It's to make the layout. So now, in AutoCAD, there's a thing called viewport. So we add our viewports. I like to do mine with a border. I'm used to having it as a border. So I'm gonna add a shape, shape, add shape, add rectangle. So I'm just randomly putting the rectangle here because I'll modify it. So I'll click the rectangle. Then we go here at bottom right. We'll see properties of the rectangle. You'll see style, color, thickness, position, rotation. I'll focus on position and size. So I want to finalize my rectangle. XY is its reference to an or again to an origin. So in this case, the reference point is upper left. I can make it upper right. I can make it upper bottom left, bottom right. In this case, I'll start with upper left. It's the default one. I like to keep it with a 5 mm gap from the side of the paper. So 5 mm, there's so continuing with position and size, I'm gonna lock the 5 mm. So now that thing is locked in terms of their ratios. Nakalock na ni siya. So it's aspect ratio. So 4:3, 16:9. Yeah, that's your aspect ratio. What's my width? I know that A4 is 297 long. So I want 5 by 5 on both sides. So I'm going to set this at 287. And the height is 200. Lock that. So now I have a border, a rectangular border. Here on items, I'm going to lock this. So I won't be able to click it anymore. Nakaset na siya na ako'y border. Ako na nag-isip na na border. So, di na ako mag-isip kung saan akuan. It's there. The border is there. So for your individual groups, let's start first with our level 2. Level 2 sa level 2. Go back dito sa upper left or sa left portion na dire add map. So this is your viewport. What's good in this one is you can sort of lock your origin just by moving your cursor there. So I'm gonna lock in this corner of my border. And just click and drag. Now there are positive stops. So for a PowerPoint, so on this case, I know that I'm at center. If I scroll down, I know I am center. So I want my map to have 4 views, 4 views on each admin level, and a title box here, your engineering title box. But sir, your border, I mean your map has covered your border. It's all right. We'll modify this on our properties later on. So as you can notice, it automatically showed what's on your QGIS view. Kung unsay naa diri sa imong QGIS. So don't close this one. Just keep it minimized. Automatic siya ang maoy igawas sa imong viewport. It's automatic. So as you click your image, you can move that viewport anywhere in the map as long as ang nakaselect ka kani select or move item. When the selection is at select or move item, I can move my item anywhere I want. So I want to lock it in that position. Normally, it doesn't really follow that locking mechanism. So I'm gonna go back to position and size. See here, it's not at 5. It's at 4.85. Now, since I don't want this, I'm gonna lock this really at 5. And I know that half of that position is really 140. It's 287 divided by 2. I don't know. Ay, kaya na bahala mag-divide. But I'm gonna set this at 143.5. I'm gonna set this to 100. Lock that, and that means I now cannot move the aspect ratio of this one. I can still edit the size. So, sir, I want to edit the view I have inside of the map, level of zoom with the height. So you do that in your move item content here, just below your move item. If I select move item content and move my mouse over to this viewport, I can zoom my content now. And same kanina, pressing control while scrolling will allow you to do that minute adjustment that you need. But sir, I cannot click outside anymore. Just go back to select move item, and you're back to moving that thing around the map or around your paper. Again, no, nakaset na ni sa A4 ha. So pag imo na siya i-PDF, automatic na siya nga A4 size. So I'm gonna go back to map 1. I want to add a frame to this one. Just add frame, your standard frame. Just add your frame so that kaning akong initial nga border naagihapon. Naaragihapon siya. Naara siya gihapon. Wala siya, kumbaga wala siya mawala. So I'm gonna leave it at that first. Wala sa modifications, wala sa edit. So I'm gonna add the level to map. So balik ko sa PCAS, sa QGIS. Ako i-click ang level 3. So I add my map here. And now I have my level 3 map. So obviously gusto ko na kuha gyapon. Very good reference ko. Go back to position. So since it's already at the bottom, I'm gonna move this to a bottom reference point. 5, 205, 143.5, and 100. Lock these aspect ratios and add a frame. Ganun. I want to adjust this by moving the content. Oh no. Select muna. Select the map first and then move your content. So gusto ko na aligned, sir. You can add your grid lines. So, it's alright. But sir, what happened? Ngano ang imong map 1 nibalik sa imo original map? That's because your maps are actively referencing your QGIS panel. So when say ako ni tanggalon, ako ibalik diri sa akong admin 1. And I click my maps, and again, it's back to your admin. So how do we prevent that from happening? You select your map 1, and then here, lock your layer. Lock layers, and then disable map canvas items. So now, even if I move this to admin level 3, this will not change. Same thing applies here. If I make this only pink, okay, then I move this one, it will become pink. So lock that layer as well. But for your exercise, I want you to focus only on a barangay. Focus on one barangay. Oh, no, what? Not barangay, sorry. Focus on a municipality. So, say, I will choose, gusto ko yung maliit so that you won't choose it. I want to focus on this one. I don't know what, I don't know what this is. So, since I'm not sure what it is, I'm gonna go back to my QGIS and I'm gonna focus my view there on this portion here. What is this? Select and show. How are you? Inupakan. Okay, so this is Inupakan. Surprisingly, Inupakan includes these two islands. And these two islands, maybe they shared. So I'm gonna focus on Inupakan. At least naman sa inyo ang group, pick the larger ones. I know a group of some students of mine will use Southern Leyte for their studies. That's okay. If you need this for your study, much better, so that you'll start to understand how it's used. So I'm gonna focus on Inupakan. See, one akong view, right? If I modify that one, I'm gonna focus still on Inupakan and the two islands. Pilunday ng Duaca Island. So I'm gonna center those islands there. And I'm gonna finish it off with another level. Ito, level 4 na. So, so that I won't repeat my progress, I select map 2 and then lock my layer, disable drawing map canvas items. So I go back to map 3, finalize my position, 287. Why is it 287? Oh, it's only 5. 292. 292, 5, 143.5, and 100. Gonna lock that one with a frame. Okay. I'm gonna go back to QGIS to load my level 4, focusing on Inupakan. Nirera ko sa Inupakan area. So wala lagi ni-update. Just double-click draw map canvas items. It will update. So now, I want to zoom further into that Inupakan zone, which is somewhere here. That one. So now I have a multi-level map of Leyte. Sir, bati mo tanawon. Bati bitaw. So let's modify and let's make it at least look good. Okay, let's make it look good. For the last part, kayo na bahala. Yan is a last nga square. Most of the time, I will just ask you to make text boxes. Lorem ipsum dolor simedia amor. Yun lang. So, in this case, inupakan. Inupakan latex. So, nga nalajud ang font. Yeah, you can modify it. So, go to your text. You go on your appearance. Font. Open sans bold. Okay, bahala. What size do you want? Say that. I'm saving that down. So now have inupakan data. Multi-level map. Put your scale bars. So your scale bar is referencing your map 1, map 2, or map 3. Most of the time, I use the larger one so that it's small. And then I'll just choose what kind of format that I want. So I want line clicks up, double box with one left segment and four right segments. It's automatically updated. In this case, it's in kilometers. It's in kilometers. If you refer to map 2, obviously it's a different scale, but I prefer map 1. It's a lot simpler. I leave this to you in terms of um, modifications, things like that. So I normally like line text middle, very very clean, very simple. You can modify your font as well. You scroll down, appearance, font, everything can be modified. Anything you can add. You can add your North Star. You can add legends. But we'll focus on labeling this. So let's not focus on that one. You can move your items. You can select what kind of arrow you want. So this is just a visual example. Okay, so I'm gonna lock all of these items first so that I want to modify the first, the big one. Turn that off. Then I want to focus on later. I want to focus on later. Now we want it to look at least visually pleasing. So I'm gonna add my world imagery so that at least it has, color, it has shadows, a little bit of clouds. And I'm gonna overlay my admin map. But sir, there's a pink one. So let's remove it. Properties, go to symbology and click simple fill. Just make it no brush. Apply. So now I have black borders. And it's very subtle, but you have black borders. Now, I really don't like to see black borders because you don't really notice it that much. So I'm going to go back again to properties and modify stroke width. I want it to be thicker. So 1 millimeter. Apply. don't press OK. Just press apply so you can immediately see what you want. So because it's green, I want to use stroke color at around this one, this sort of yellow, uh, FFF9C Xcode. So say apply. So now I have this. I have my administrative border. Okay. Now you still want it to be better. In the left-hand side on my layers, I've added this Esri World Hillshade. Okay. Normal. So when you load Hillshade, ito yung lalabas. So it's a 2D representation of hillshade or contours. So in this case, dito yung sun from here, from this this angle, as the shadow is on this side. So what I'm gonna do is put hillshade above world imagery, right click, hillshade, properties, follow the settings here on brightness, gamma, and contrast, and change the blending mode to multiply. So multiply sort of enhances the dark areas. So you can see this when you turn it on and off. It's subtle, but when you zoom in further, you'll notice and you have more sort of depth of field in your ridges. So now that's my borders. So I want to see how it looks on my map, this one. So I'm gonna click map one and just double click just click map canvas layers. Why is the other one not showing? Oh, my bad. Naka-lock layer pala. Sorry. So I wanna only isolate this area here with lock layers. Now, as you've noticed, it's really not a good idea to use this sort of map for a large area because you don't really appreciate the effects that you did. So I'm gonna go back to my QGIS and rather just select Google Maps for it to be simple. With your admin level, now, because it's a green background, I want to focus on having that black again. So FFF or 0. So I'm going to focus on this one. And I will also overlay some roads. Google Roads. Nagdoble pala, sorry. Wala na, ayaw na lang, Google Maps na. So go back to my layout manager, lock layers. Now I have this one. For me, I'm okay with this. For you guys, I leave it up to you to do the I leave it up to you to do the mapping for level 1. So for now, I'll try to do the same thing for Inupakan specifically. So since I want to isolate Inupakan only, I'll go back to QGIS and find Inupakan here. So ako na i-select si Inupakan para wala ko isipon. And just save selected features as Inupakan. And it's already in the map. So ako na i-delete. Balik na ko dito sa Inupakan Ratanan. Okay, so now I can update this map. That's only gonna focus on Inapakan. So here, mas maano talaga na I just want to focus on this area here. So I'm gonna do remove the fill again. So no brush with yellow light with the hillshade and image layers overlaid on top. So sometimes you don't want to see the others. Ayaw mong makita yung kanino ba. Hindi mo gusto manaan sila. So what I like to do is I load the level 3 map again and ako sa Pangon si Inupakan. I'm gonna load the Inupakan, the admin 3 map and I will delete this one. Ako na siya i-delete. So how do I do that? I do open attribute table. Ako pakitawag sa Inupakan. Where is it? I delete this. Ako ni siya i-delete by clicking pencil and just delete. So now it's not there anymore. It's just this. So what I'm gonna do is save that level, then properties, simple fill. I remove no line, but it's just a full fill, and I'm gonna make it as solid with gray. So as you can see, you don't see the boundaries anymore, but I do want to see it just being faded out. So now I'm going to do a transparency layer. So I'm going to make it 50% transparent, 35% transparent. So now I have faded out the other portions and I'm only focusing on Inobaka. So the yellow does put a bit of emphasis in that side. So now, say I want it to be thicker. Instead of yellow, maybe go red or orange with a much thicker line, 0.4. So now I have this one. I have noticed that the world emoji is a bit off. Let me find something else. Google satellite. Ah, same lang. Okay. What's the satellite icon? Oh, it has names. Okay, never mind. We didn't say what's good. That's the same thing. Has this weird gap issue thing. Okay, understandable. So let's ignore that one. Again, no, the hill shade, you'll see, you'll have more depths, you'll have more darks. So I'm gonna load the hill shade layer. I'll go back to my 3.1 and focus on that map right there. So now in this view, I'm now putting emphasis on Inupakan, which is this one. Now it's up to you whether or not you put labels. So if you want to overlay any Google Roads, so let's say it's this one, you have your location. So map to location, but it's also gonna include the others. I'll I'll leave that to your decision. But you can also do turn off Google Roads and just right click Inupakan and just say show labels. Where's the label? Label. Admin free. Say add a buffer. What size is it? Say 50. 'Cause I don't see it. Ito, Inupakan. It's too big. Wait lang. Layers. 25. Apply. So buffer or mask is the same. Sometimes you can do background. Simple as that. Commonly, you use buffer. Pag nara siya ay outside one. So here, Inupakan, go back to 3.1, draw map canvas items, Inupakan. So I'm gonna do the same thing I did here to my barangay ones. So now for the barangays, ako na ni-off balik para di ka mag-lisod. And I'm gonna find that barangay area or Inupakan alone. So now it's hard to find that area. So I go to attribute table. So I know that Inupakan is level 3 here. By clicking up or down, I'm gonna sort this in alphabetical order. I'm just gonna focus on Inupakan. So I'm gonna select all of the areas in Inupakan, minimize, save selected features, Inupakan level 4, and file to map, and it's already here. I'm gonna do the same thing again. No fill with yellow boundaries. Simple as that. You can overlay it on your Inupakan one, but there's the label. So I'm gonna go back here and then show labels. So now on our map 4, oh no, wala na ako ni Maeli. So now on our map 3, I lock layers and draw map canvas items. Na-update na ang pangalan. So I'm gonna put my world heal shade and imagery back with the admin sort of effect that I did and add a buffer to the labels here. Go back to my map. And now I have this. But sir, the labels are too big. You can just modify it here. Text, fine. Ganun lang. The the buffer is too thick. So you make your buffer smaller, only 0.1 mm or 0.2 mm. Here, kita na siya. So in this case, I have my multi-level map. So obviously, it's not visually good that it's just black and black on white. So maybe you could select colors on how you want to do it. But yeah, that's it. That's you have your multi-level